What's up, guys? Welcome to Kinda Funny's live reaction to The Last of Us Part 2 story trailer. I'm Tim Gettys, joined by the PS I Love You XOXO boys, Greg Miller and Blessing Adeoye Jr.
Blessing, show
How
your
y'all
PlayStation T-shirt. Show your PlayStation T-shirt, Blessing.
Oh, I'm not wearing a PlayStation T-shirt. I'm wearing actually a KFAF shirt. I'm sorry. I didn't know I was supposed to dress up. Should I change? Should I change? I can.
I don't want to
change.
demand it, but I really feel like you should. If me and Tim have stepped up the game this much to wear our PlayStation apparel, you know what I mean? Tim's, of course, available at kindafunny.com/store. Mine available at insert colon.
No, we're not doing this. We're not doing this because it is 7 a.m. that we had to wake up to watch this trailer. I am watching this trailer now, guys, and then I'm going back to bed. You know what I mean, guys?
How mad are you that we already burned 20 minutes of technical difficulties?
Hey, man, that's what happens. It's kind of funny, dude. That's why
yeah.
we pay Kevin the bucks, not the big bucks.
I know. If anything, this is a lesson for us of like, we wanted to be nice and not overwork Kevin. Fuck Kevin. Kevin needs to just do it all. Because otherwise, it's a whole bunch of learning processes with us, and we hate learning. I hate learning.
Yes.
All right, so are you ready for me to start this? The Last of Us
I
Part 2.
learn about this
official
game.
source.
Let's go.
All right, here we go. I'm going to hit this button. I'm going to run away.
Oh boy.
I know you wish things were different. I wish things were different.
Ellie.
But they ain't.
Please stop.
Oh, chills.
I'm leaving tomorrow.
Jeez.
To do this smart, we'd be leaving Jackson vulnerable.
So they just get to get away with this?
How'd you find us?
You can't stop this.
I want what you want. But not at any cost. I really hope you make it.
I have to finish it.
There's a cost.
We could have killed you. Maybe you should have.
It's coming up.
Now that's
Man.
Naughty Dog game, ladies and gentlemen. Okay.
This is about to be dark. Like I feel like this whole game is about to just be dark.
Y'all see that foliage, though?
Oh, the game
I
is
saw some
absolutely
footage.
beautiful.
Yeah, like...
Yeah, wait.
No.
Please pause there. Like, I would say that the most beautiful foresty environments I've ever seen so far in games has been Star Wars Battlefront 2.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's just something about the visual quality of that game that, like, really stands out to me. But this, it's the
this is
lighting,
beautiful.
man. It's like there's just so much attention to detail on all the different types of plants and grass that just, like, it's so believable.
100%. I think that's, obviously... Naughty Dog games look a certain way and have a certain quality to them, right? And it is because they choose to do the single player, and I know there's multiplayer modes sometimes, but single player narrative focused game, right? So where they can go in there and actually direct everything and make these cars look as great as possible and put in effects like that. But then to your point, yeah, put in trees filtering through light in this. And again, back from when I got to do that preview playthrough of it, right, and do those two sections, like it was the normal thing where I was in a snowy environment on horseback, and I ran off the I ran off the beaten path on purpose to run into trees and see how they would react. And of course, these trees that are off in the middle of nowhere for no reason, you bump into them, and the snow cascades off the branches and does all that stuff, right? Like, again, that's what they can do when they build this kind of game.
Yeah,
man.
And like to even your point about how good the foliage looks, right? Like in motion, it even looks better, right? Like when you see Ellie moving through the environments, when you see like the wind
Just
kind
there,
of blowing
yeah, I was gonna
grass
say,
back and
right?
forth.
Like
Yeah,
watching
like
that little bit of the grass here move around, and again, grass that's way further ahead that has nothing to do with the current scene.
yeah. It also seems like, and this is probably something that we'll get more as we play the game. It seems like the time that has passed between the first game and this game, like things have gotten even more dire.
Oh,
somehow like it seems like people are way more on edge since the first game. It seems like if somewhere towards the middle what that we're just looking at, right? There's like a sign there that says trespassers will be shot on sight, and like you see stuff like that in the first game, and in this game, at least from this trailer, it seems like they're going a lot harder with. I mean, this is kind of a zombie trope, right? But like the thing that humans are the real threat.
Yeah, man's inhumanity to man.
Yeah, like it seems like they're going really hard with that because like there are a few zombies in this trailer, or not zombies. There's a few
Clickers.
like clickers and stuff like that in this trailer. But it seems like the main violence and the main threat and the main like the main I guess antagonists of this game seem to be other humans.
Well, honestly, right? Like it seems to be Ellie. Like I mean,
yeah,
like
well,
we
she's
see
on a
her in
rampage.
a lot of instances of this, and obviously, even without the spoilers that are out there, that like this is a revenge story, right? Like I don't know, there's so much weird stuff of what you know and don't know now, thanks to everybody shouting things out in comments and Reddit threads. But in terms of like. We've known from the beginning that Neil said this was a revenge story and what sets Ellie on it. And so, like, I personally have had, the ending ruined in quotes for me. Even though looking through this entire thing, I'm like, how could any 3 sentences ruin this game?
Yeah.
Like, I want to play this so bad and find out who every one of these characters are and what Ellie's, like this guy, Ellie's journey and go on that way. But for it to be a journey of revenge, who she's avenging and what's going on for, or what she's seeking revenge. Like I do think they are going to play with this idea that Ellie is the bad guy, which spoilers to an extent for Last of Us Part 1, I always thought was so interesting about David's character. Not so much where he ends up, but the way they introduce him, and he is very much like, a couple of my guys made it back. They got ambushed by this crazy guy and a girl. You know what I mean? Like and totally that to us, you're the monster. It's like I Am Legend, the novel, right? Like to us, you're the monster. We're the normal people.
Dude, this trailer, I think as it was going on, I was like, I don't really know that I needed this. Like,
More
I'm
Last of Us?
already like peak hype for this game.
Oh yeah.
But
yeah.
but the way it all comes together, like it being a story trailer, I think they did such a good job of really showing the difference between Last of Us 1 and 2. Like using the Last of Us 1 footage in this, I think was super smart because
recreating it too. Like this is what Last of Us looks like in the Last of Us 2 engine. Like this isn't that isn't footage from the game. This is it running on a PlayStation 4 natively, not remastered.
But even with that though, it looks so much brighter and cheerier. Like characters smile, like just though like I think they did a really good job juxtaposing the themes of those games. Like they're always talking about the love and hate being the theme of 1 and 2, and man, like you talking about how things have gotten more tense. Like as this trailer goes on, I really feel there is that transition from Last of Us 1 to Last of Us 2. And go over to maybe like 2/3 through, like when it starts getting dark. Like there's gameplay stuff where
I think honestly you just nailed it. Like I didn't even think about it, but like from that moment on, it's dark as hell.
It's dark, yeah.
And I don't mean like content wise. I mean like visual style.
Yeah,
right?
like that. We've had that question kind of come up, before on shows of people asking like, what does Last of Us 2 need to do to differentiate itself, or like, live up to the expectations, or follow up on Last of Us 1, right? And Last of Us 2 kind of doing this thing of like really separating itself via its tone and even via like just the lighting in the game just being a whole lot darker. I think it's such a smart departure.
Dude, I mean, but that's the thing is like it's these moments. Like pause right there, Greg. Go back just a little bit where it's like there's a lot of bloom going on, a lot of light bloom
around Joel.
Like even like this scene, right? It's like this is such a specific mood. Like this is a horror movie.
Yeah.
This
and
looks
like Division. This looks like when you're down, again, fighting the virus and fighting a whole bunch of monsters.
It's like, we've just played Resident Evil 3 and last year played Resident Evil 2, and it's like those games were so scary because of the lighting and how good that every graphical element worked together to like create a sense of fear in you. And I feel like this is really kind of taking that to a different level of backing it up with a story that at least even from this trailer doesn't seem to be like a B camp storyline. This seems to be very, very personal and intense.
Yeah, these trailers that we've gotten for this game, all the story trailers, I feel like have been excellent because I think they all kind of point back to the question of how did we get here. Like, seeing how dark things have gotten over the years. Like you look at that first trailer and how that first trailer ended with Ellie being like, I forget the exact quote, but something along the lines of like, I'm gonna kill them all. Right, that's how that first trailer ended. And my alarm's going off because it's early in the morning.
This is when you should be getting up.
This is when I should be getting up. Yeah. They keep pointing back to like, all right, what happened? Within those 6 years, 5 years? I don't know exactly how long it's been. Like what exactly went down to lead to this? And I wonder if that's gonna be tackled through just like verbal storytelling, or if they're gonna have like flashback sequences. Because like Greg pointed out, right?
This is a flashback here, right? Like this isn't Joel we see beaten up. This looks like that. You remember from Last of Us One Night Stand or One Night Only or whatever they called it, where Troy and Ashley actually performed the scene where Joel played the guitar for her, which had been cut from the game.
Oh, yes.
We never saw. This looks like they might actually have put it in here in some respect. And so I think, and even this, I don't think they did just for the trailer. I must.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you think you are then going to be able to play as Joel and Ellie from the original game, like, or not the original game, but like the younger version? Yeah, during that timeline.
Yeah, I think you will have some kind of flashback play. Because, I mean, like, for me, the thing that I don't like speculating on too much, because I want to be surprised, also, not that I could ever pitch or figure out what Naughty Dog is going to do, is how does this game start? You know what I mean? Like, I think Last of Us had such a great it was such a great beginning that caught so many of us off guard, because you weren't expecting that. They had already stressed so much the Joel and Ellie story, the fall of the world, yada yada yada. Like, we didn't expect to be put into I didn't expect to be put into Joel's shoes and meet Sarah and lose Sarah and have all these things. So even though we're gonna play this game as Ellie, where do we start as this game, and where do we go? And like, even right here, like, and I'm doing Rewind Theater IGN kind of stuff. Don't come after me, pair. But like, we just saw Joel playing that guitar. We see Joel here with a guitar, and we see a woman over here that doesn't look like Ellie. So it's like, does this game start with us going out on a mission as Joel to get the guitar to come back to then play for her, and that's kind of passing the baton to then start our journey as Ellie? I don't know.
It's interesting stuff, man. One thing I can say is I can't wait to play this game, and God, I'm pretty much stressing out about playing this game. This looks so incredibly dark.
Yeah.
Like,
I wonder how much, like, I always, when we talk about the ending of The Last of Us, and again, this is Last of Us Part 1, spoilers though if you hadn't seen it. I remember infamously at the end of it texting Neil Druckmann and being like, I'm the bad guy, Joel's the bad guy, and him being like, that's a matter of opinion, and like, we had a long conversation about it, and I've had it on many a podcast since, right? To look at this, like, I do feel like I wonder how quickly on this journey we go from it's Ellie and we love Ellie to we are playing this bad person. We are playing this antagonist. Like, sure, revenge is what's motivating you, but like, since it's a story we're along for the ride, at what point does she start crossing the line that we normally wouldn't cross? But we are there with her, and we do love Ellie, and we do know her motivations are, for love or whatever, or for someone she loved. What does that play out as, and how does that go?
Can you go back to the, like, maybe 10 seconds ago?
Sure.
In the forest.
Oh, sure, sorry.
Right before that, yeah.
So
let this roll for. No, I want let it go for a second.
Sure.
When it goes to the nighttime forest.
Nighttime forest.
Like
nighttime forest.
Yeah.
What I have noticed that's interesting about this trailer, and I don't know if it's on purpose or not, but every time there is light, it does seem like she's with Joel.
Yeah. Oh, that's interesting.
Like, just like in the beginning of how they framed it with them and there being smiles and stuff. This is
Damn. Yeah. Like, look at this. Like, this is beautiful. I'm getting some major ET vibes here, Like, that's cool as fuck. It's like all of this adds to being such a like purposefully stressful situation and experience. Like, man, like, this is one of those like video games. Are they art conversations? Yes, they are. Look at this.
We're done with that conversation. I refuse to engage in it anymore.
So, yeah. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, this has been our reaction to the Last of Us story trailer. Probably the final Last of Us trailer that we will be reacting to.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
I'm good.
'Cause I'm good.
That's what
Well, I
I'm saying.
mean,
Is I didn't know if this was necessary.
That was
Like,
the
I'm
thing.
good.
Before you said we were gonna do a reacts to it, I was very much like, I'm not gonna watch this trailer. Like, I don't want to.
Yeah,
I don't want
same.
to see anything else.
Yeah. But of course we're going to do
For
reactions
content
to
for
it, 'cause
you,
We're
best
kind of
friends, we'll
funny
do it.
games, baby. We're going to be here for you for the entire summer of Game Fest that's going on this beautiful 2020 summer. We're going to be covering the Xbox 2020. We're going to be coming IGN's Summer of Gaming. GameSpot has the thing too. Everything that people are
Play
doing.
for all.
Play for all. We're going to be there along for the ride. Twitch.tv/kindoffunnygames and YouTube.com/kindoffunnygames. Thank you guys for being here bright and early if you're watching live. And thank you all for watching later. If you didn't want to wake up early, I respect that too. But until later, love you.